Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of Precalculus, and welcome again to room 15, where it never ends, even when Bryce and Bailey are gone. But John is back. John, welcome back.
Welcome back, John.
And so we left yesterday, we finished this problem, and then we got started on 45, wasn't that right? So we finished this, right to learn why, otherwise. So anyway, we started on 45, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. No.
We didn't start on 45 yet? So I want you to work on 45 for a bit and try to figure something out with this. Now, this sketch here at the right is left over from third period when they were asking me again about radians, what's a radian? And I used this little chart to explain what a radian is. Like basically if the radius of the circle is 10 inches, the angle is equivalent if you made the arc length the same distance as the radius. So that's 1 radian, and 2 of these same section slices compose 2 radians, and this one here would be 3 radians, and halfway around the circle would be pi radians. And then all the way around the circle is how many radians? 2 pi. So just kind of a summary. And the beauty of radians is that it works no matter what the size of the circle is. So it's related to the radius of what the circle is. So it has a lot of utility. But it's a hard concept for beginning pre-calculus students. And I must confess to you that even as a experience of this, my 11th year of teaching pre-calculus, it's something that I have to review in my own mind. Because when I go ahead and make a U-turn, I don't want to hang a pi, I want to hang a 180, right? And if I'm going to go ahead and hang around the air and make a 360 dunk, I don't say I'm going to make a 2 pi dunk, do I? No, it's a 360 dunk. Now, for me, that would be like an 8-foot rim.
8-foot rim?
Or maybe a 6-foot rim. Or maybe a 2-foot rim.
Yeah.
How's that? Is that what you're doing? Were you doing that yesterday, Haley?
Yeah, I was.
Okay,
Yeah,
making a 360 dunk?
She was. She didn't make a layup.
Y'all weren't even there, so shut your pie hole.
Pie. What was there?
Pie hole.
Definitely got to like making it work.
No, I made it. No, sorry.
He wasn't a
Have you ever had that?
Jesus, what happened?
My earrings. Oh wait, I took them. Never mind. Never mind.
So how are you doing on problem 45?
That's what's unfolded.
Dude, my shirt. I had it tucked in and then I was doing it. Godfidence. Knowing I can't, but he can. But it's cute. Godfidence. But it's fake. It's just cute.
Good job.
Yeah.
What do you want to do for 45? You want me to choose somebody to do 45?
I don't know if
Does anybody have it figured out yet? Halfway there? John, are you cold? A little bit.
John, are you cold, man? He is Jackie, bro. Sorry. That look on now.
This is doing fake. What are you laughing at?
You, Jackie.
Me?
You're the joke of the class.
That's That's just not right.
It's not. Science is to this class as I am to sixth period. I've thought about it sometimes. I went through a season of depression this summer.
What do you mean in sixth period? You mean when you come in here sixth period
Yeah.
and you get disrespected?
Yes, I did. I'm still miserable.
But see, the thing about it is like, how Haley was treated sixth period, that was just terrible.
of your problems?
At least not everybody treats CV badly in this classroom.
This one's right here.
Whatever,
What is she doing?
the con man, the con man,
What happened?
you're mistreating CV.
Who, me?
CV.
That's Peyton.
What?
That's
S.
Peyton. That's actually, well, never mind.
What? S. S.
That's Caleb, girl.
Who? Who?
Okay, you have this one figured out?
You decided
I think so.
Me?
That's what we see.
There'd be two CDs.
You don't go with all the C's.
You'd have two CDs in this panel. You just add another CD into it.
You don't feel like
I
that's
know, it's like every other one.
I'm staring at you, so I
And then
don't
you
glare
can,
at
then your
you.
kids look down with C's.
All right, Steve, over here.
Every time I glare at you, your eyes.
About that don't glare at me either.
Is she being serious out of that?
No. I did something.
Okay. Yeah, I showed Steve the answer to the book. He said, no, there's something here.
Okay.
Anybody else need to see the answer from the book?
I want to see.
Do here, I'll write it down. I'll write down the answer to the book.
That,
Please do.
that's not funny.
I'll be rushing with excitement.
That's when you would have been like, explain that.
They needed it.
What part of that is funny? That's not funny. You get 3, 7. No. I don't have any. Hey Steve, did you take a selfie today? No.
Hey, leave him alone. You're in a relationship here.
No, I'm not.
Who's
So there's the answer from the book.
I thought we were still talking about like.
Okay, so Haley, I got the answer from the book right up there. So 387.85 revolutions per minute. And that's, we figured out in third period.
Okay, I got it.
Ben, you got it?
This is exactly why.
So Ben says he got it. Anybody else got it yet? Brenda, do you have this answer yet?
Yes,
Get
I
it? Did you find out how to do it too? You figured it out too? Oh, Brenda did, and BZ did. That's another good one,
You want to start?
is, that's another good one.
I'm not like starting.
Is it, John, did you figure out how to do it yet?
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to figure out.
KV's usually pretty good at helping people.
Well, not with this question.
Well, not with this one, yeah.
No, not with this.
I'm on my phone.
That's my 44.
Actually, just leave this around there.
No, okay.
No, pretty bad.
What are we doing today? I'm gonna read a face guard that girl, just shut it down, and then
How much 5,000 RPMs is there? That's 2 or 5.
okay, let's do that.
Jack,
Let's try it.
you have it figured out?
I still don't.
You don't have to figure it out yet?
No, I'm sorry.
60, I go back. Yeah,
Okay, here's what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
I want to get somebody who's figured it out already, maybe Randy or Ben, to go and explain how to do it.
I
Ben, you
don't.
can, I'll let you.
I'm gonna do it, Ben. Ben volunteered to explain this. Thank you, Ben.
What, so we want to get
You ready to do that?
revolutions.
I want
What
to,
did my
have you ever seen like the pictures of?
What ran through my
What
head?
if I started crying? Would you ever do that?
You feel better.
What if I just like cried and walked out?
I'll get a lot quieter.
Of course you do.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Okay, fine, I'll just be quiet and then you can cry. I'm not talking to her, but.
No table. Probably correct.
Oh, I kind of wrote that.
I bet so too.
Literally don't have to have you folks in that.
So you make it.
Hey, she did say.
Okay, you see what he did first?
Oh,
You found that one revolution is, what do you say, 26 pi inches? Does that make sense?
Yes.
And then you want to convert it to feet because you want, because it says feet per second, so you got to convert that to feet. So you
She did say that.
divide, you multiply by, no, you divide by 12. 26 over 12.
Take on your shoulders, dagger and get it. Just put out there.
Oh, yeah.
So 6.81 feet, is that it?
In one revolution.
One revolution, 6.81 feet. Is everybody okay with that so far?
So then you divide 44 by 6.81 to find how many revolutions per second you're going. So 44.
Trying to get sound like this. Are you serious?
And then, yeah, revolution per second, so the minutes, they multiply this by 60.
And then I love it.
It's good to show
Basic
like
F.
R-I-N-D-Y.
I would actually like to just other than you can't talk for, like, doing that, she's not talking. Yeah, that's cheating.
Okay. Thank you, Ben. Okay, who has, does anybody still have trouble seeing what's going on here? You do? Okay. Because I think you would, and I think what happens, to me, what's challenging in here is the unit conversion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try and, I'm gonna use what Ben has here and try to fill in a little explanation and see if the units. And I told you about my chemistry teacher, Mr. Toffenmeyer, didn't I? And so I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that, because to me, the challenging part is unit conversion in this problem. So the first thing he did was he found out how much distance was in one revolution. Does everybody understand that? It's the Arcling formula, right? So this first line should be pretty easy, right? Is everybody good with this first line? Okay, now this next one here, I'm going to go ahead and just sort of fill in a little bit here. So what we have is we're starting out with 26 pi inches, and we want to convert that to feet. And we know there are 12 inches per foot, right? So we want to cancel out inches, so 12 inches goes where? Down here, and feet goes here. And what cancels out? This. So we get 26 pi over 12, and so that's where he came with that number, right? 26 pi divided by 12, and so we have 6.807 feet, right? It's going to be feet per revolution, okay? That's going to be a needed unit. Feet per revolution. Okay? So is everybody good with that so far? Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing Ben did, but just kind of rewrite with more explanation filled in. That's all I'm gonna do. So he starts out here with 44, and that's going to be the units of feet per second. So we want to go to what units here? Revolutions per minute. So what do we have to do with this seconds? Change it to minutes. And so how many seconds do we have per minute? 60. So to cancel out the second down here, where do seconds have to go? On top. So we have 60 seconds per minute. And now what cancels out? Seconds over seconds. So we've done that. Now what do we have to cancel out? Feet. And so we go to the next thing. We have a conversion factor that Ben figured out already. This conversion factor right here, don't we? So where does feet have to go to cancel out this feet here? On the bottom. So we have 6.807 feet per revolution. So what cancels out now? Feet over feet. So what units do we have left? Revolutions per minute. So what we have is 44. Okay, does everybody see that? Does it help to look at the units this way? It should. But it's what I've done so far is nothing different than what Ben did, right? It's just with the units more explained. So we have 44 times 60 over 6.08. So 44 times 60 over, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go second ANS, right? So this is no rounding at all. This is it. So we get 387.848. That's going to be revolutions per minute. Okay? Which is the answer the book gives. Okay, is everybody okay with that? Okay, I hope that helps to go over that way, because to me this is the most challenging problem in the set because of how many unit conversions there are to do. Okay, what should do number 53? And by the way, 53 it's a two problem set. There's 53A, which is one problem, and then there's 53B. They are two problems within problem 53. Does that make sense? So I want you to do that. I'll choose somebody here. Okay, for 53A, I have Rindy.
Mr. G, I did the one before 5 yesterday.
So you're saying you don't want to do this today?
I did it yesterday.
Okay, but I refreshed the wheel, that's fine. Okay, then Haley.
Let's go, man. I was trying to get it. No, you can't cheat.
I was wondering what was that 2014.
Yeah.
And is this the same thing?
That's what the song goes. Don't ask me. I mean, on TikTok, it's been. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, just talk. Or you like cable? She likes cable.
He walked up to me yesterday, and I was sitting down, and he was like 17 feet tall. I was like, yeah, I didn't know
I'm
this
trying
at
not to
all.
talk about it. I mean, I don't know how.
I still thought he was like this tall. Oh, that is.
That's you. You talk. Did you say something?
I did not hear her say anything.
She did.
It was like when they came in.
She like maybe that was good.
But definitely saying.
No, she was like clear. It was like she doesn't know what.
Like what he was
Oh.
but
I don't know. It's either kind of thing. Okay. You like all guys on basketball? Okay. And football. And baseball. He likes baseball.
Randy has a lot of people I don't think has anything to do with it. Okay, that's what I can do.
Well, you kind of. That's a word. That is more like a. You can spell it out.
I'm gonna have to check into the bookstore.
What's that?
I'm gonna have to check the book, just to make sure.
Yeah, go ahead. Go up the car, go up. Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
What's the, that was at your house. Okay.
See it there? Sometimes, the thing about the book 53, oh, what it is?
Equation.
53, I'll show you here.
Okay, friends, if you like him,
And we have.
you gotta say it. This is all.
Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. So she converted to feet, right? And if you got, now the book, for instance, has it in inches, has 50 point something inches, right, which is the same thing. So she just changed the units. What, and so she did that. Why was it helpful to know what feet instead of inches? Why is that helpful? Well, because the other unit's in feet, but somebody in third period asked, well, why is it important to know this 10 feet? What does it have to do with the problem? Well, it has something to do with the problem because that's going to be what? It's going to be like a domain restriction, right? So you know if this number is bigger than 10 feet, that's just not going to work, right? Okay, thank you for that.
No, we said that.
And then what happens is I need to repopulate our wheel for part B.
I don't mind getting B.
No, that wasn't a we, that was a.
You want to do part B, Steve-O? Okay, Steve-O volunteers for part B. You want to go ahead? You go ahead.
Oh, yeah, this is.
Part B, Steve-O, that's fine.
She said, oh, maybe I'll just stop talking and then how would y'all feel about that? And y'all were like, oh yeah, that'd be great, that'd be great. So,
No, then we said,
but then, he doesn't want to speak to you.
such a good song.
Okay, does everybody see that? Does that make sense? Okay. And the last one we have today is that Foucault pendulum, which is 54. Yeah, so once you do number 54,
You didn't, you need a second one. That's the one.
oh, okay.
Do you want to put this on your desk?
I can go,
Okay.
you go right there. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Okay. Anybody ever seen a Foucault pendulum? Okay, it's a big pendulum. They have them in big state houses. Like they probably have one down in the Austin Capitol building, don't they? Ever been to the Capitol Dome in Austin? The state capitol?
Here, I'll look.
They have them hanging from domes. I don't know if they have one in the state capitol. I think they have one. But they have one in Houston at the Natural History Museum. This one they're talking about is in the Smithsonian Museum. The one I've seen is the one down in Houston. So they're in these big domes. I think they have one down in Texas, in Austin. But anyway, it's a simple arc length formula problem, really. So I'll choose somebody for this one.
Yes, they do.
In Austin, the state building there.
I don't know what to say, but it says the University of Texas. So it's like nothing.
Oh, it may not be at the area. Let's go ahead and,
Versus clockwise, 180 degrees every 24 hours.
so the person we have for this one is going to be in the corner there, PL, in the corner.
Hey.
Will do.
That's just like, John.
That's definitely a word. We spelled that. Don't scare Ben. You don't scare nobody. Stay over there and don't scare people. Don't scare people off.
This one? Number 5.
Where the test man?
How'd you get that?
Text law.
I think we already tested it.
Come on.
That feels good.
It's gonna be easy.
That feels
Well, because
That's
the
like
worksheet,
where you're gonna play.
I don't know if you're hearing that. Probably not.
Oh,
he's
that.
gonna,
That's
it's
considered a word.
gonna be like that.
Send the pictures.
Well, it is no.
They just write it down on your
Yeah, like you
computer.
add it.
Jim, shut up, you can understand.
God.
Say die.
Stop.
Negative.
What about this here?
I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
I think 52 is supposed to go somewhere.
I think it was Wednesday.
He's like,
We tasted it before we.
Oh, no. No, not till week before that. It was like before. I don't even remember.
Why'd you just smell like a dang pig? That's your spirit animal? Yeah.
I swear, they didn't even try. No, but you gotta like laugh and like.
You can.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. No, it's not. Where you been?
Well, that was close, man.
It's free. Huh? No. Why do you think I always bite myself?
Everything like, you bite
I didn't do anything to you.
Why would I bite this?
you think it's like,
On the thing right here? It's because the shiny
When you
thing.
ever come look like that,
I don't bite this. You're weird. My bad. Why would I be biting?
Man, you can't be doing that. That's not cool.
To my papers.
Did you figure it out?
That's yours?
Bigger one on my papers.
That's yours.
Well, I'm gonna be freezing.
you have to look every week.
Yeah, I work today, tomorrow.
Oh, right, yeah. Who ripped it?
I was trying to,
Oh, you did it?
Yeah.
Mistakenly, yeah.
I work, there's not.
So this isn't a dog ate the homework excuse.
I mean, it could be. And then, oh no, I work Monday. I get to the, and I work Monday.
Do you have a dog?
I do, I have 2 dogs and I have 2 cats,
Oh, okay.
but the dogs are outside dogs, so.
Okay, good, yeah. My dog's
Yeah, I
not.
have like 11 of them.
pretty big dog.
And then my sister works there. Yeah. It's crazy to see how fast I make them.
All right, PL, you have it finished here? All right.
I don't know either.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Cuba. I only know Cuba because it's Spanish.
So he's using the arc length formula, but adjusted for degrees, right? With the pi over 180. Okay, you should get about, is it that really?
I think so. That's what me and Bing got.
That's technically right, but
10.89 inch, okay, yeah, it's in inches, in feet, yeah.
that's technically.
In feet, it's gonna be point something, 0.91 inch. Right.
Do you have this turns in?
Can we turn it in?
Yeah, you should turn it in, it should be done, right? Let's just turn it in today, be done with it. And we're gonna start on 4.2 tomorrow, so that'll be good.